Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's puzzle is called I Just Call to Say Sudoku by Ollie Wright and Jimmy B 101. And here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. Adjacent digits along a green line, which is a German whisper line, must have a difference of at least 5. So as an example, if this were a 3, these digits would have to be 8 or 9 to make sure that, and because we know that because the only digits that are 5 or more away from 3 are specifically 8 and 9. And that's how German whisper lines work. We also have an adjacent digit along a brown line must alternate in parity, odd and even. And so these are called parity lines. And this is the connection between the phones when they are calling to say Sudoku. So if, for example, this were a 3, these digits would have to be 2, 4, 6, or 8 because those are even parity and 3 is an odd digit. And that's how parity lines work. We also have digits given in a small circle must appear in the 4 surrounding cells. So these are called quad clues or quadruple circles or quadruple clues. And for example, this quad clue must have a 6 and a 1 in the 4 surrounding cells around it. So one of these 4 digits must be a 6 and one of these 4 digits must be a 1. Similarly, in this quad clue, there are 2 4s that must be in the 4 cells surrounding this quad clue. So there must be a 4 in one of these and then a 4 in another of these cells in these that surrounds this quad clue. And then finally we have an inequality symbol between 2 cells points to the lower value digit. So as an example, this could be something like 5 and 2 or something along those lines. And that would work because 5 is greater than 2. Those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's just call to say Sudoku. Okay, let's go. Well, we know there's a 4 in one of these 2 cells, and then there's a 4 in one of those 2 cells. So let's mark those down. What else do we know? Let's start coloring parities. So what I like doing on German whisper lines is I like coloring the low and the high digits because on a German whisper line, first of all, you won't have a 5 on the German whisper line. Oh, maybe we should do that. No, I don't think that's enough. But on a German whisper line, you can never have a 5 because if you take 5 and you subtract 5 or more from it, you get 0 or less, which is not a normal Sudoku digit. If you take 5 and add 5 or more to it, you get 10 or more, which are not digits. So therefore, 5 can never be on a German whisper line in normal Sudoku. But you do know that for the digits that are from 1 through 4, what digits have to be next to it? Well, take the lowest of them, which is 1, and add 5 or more. What do you get? You get 6 or more. So next to a 1 through 4, you have to have a 6 or above, which is 6 through 9. And then take what has to be next to a 6 through 9 on a German whisper line. Well, take the highest one of those, 9, subtract 5 or more from that, you get 4 or less. So therefore, next to a 6 through 9, you can have at most a 4. So it's a 1 through 4 possibility. So you'll always alternate between lows and highs on a German whisper line. And what I like doing is I like basically starting with 1 and then coloring um, that just a specific color and then alternating with a different color, right? So these are both orange, these are both pink, these are both orange, these are both pink, these are both orange, and these are both pink. And these are, so alternates between pink, orange, these oranges are next to a pink, these pinks are next to an orange, these oranges are next to a pink, these pinks are next to an orange, which is next to pinks. This is now an orange, and this is a pink, and this is an orange. For this, it could be the same, but it's could also be different. How do you say it? It could be a different high-low arrangement, right? So it doesn't have to be the same as this pink and orange sets, right? So we have to color this a different set. So we'll color this, I guess we'll start with green here. So these are both green then because of the same coloring here. So this would be yellow. This would be yellow. These are green. These are yellow. And both of these are green. Both of these are yellow. This would be green. This would be yellow. And this would be green. We also have odd and even parity. So that's going to be interesting. So this would be odd, even, or whatever. One of them, then the other one. And the other one, then the other one. The other one. Other one. Other. Other. So this is medium, dark, medium, dark, medium, dark, medium. Okay. What does that tell us? Unfortunately, not too much, actually. So this brown line is odd and even parity. We also know there's a 6 in one of these digits and a 1 in one of these 4 digits. Hmm. Hmm. One thing we know is that in this box, the rest of the digits must be orange or a 5. In fact, we actually have 2 oranges and a 5. Oh, that's probably how we solve this. So in this box, there must be 2 oranges and a 5, because those are the only digits left over, right? We already have 4 pinks, so whether they're high or low, there's already 4 of them accounted for. So the remaining digits in the box must be 2 oranges and a 5. Same with this one. So 5 has to be one of these, and we have 2 oranges. Well, we already know we have 2 oranges in the column. So that means the rest of the column must be pink cells. So these are pink and this is pink because we cannot have a 5 anymore and we can't have the 2 oranges. We now have 4 pinks in, okay. We have 3 pinks already in row 8. If the yellows were the same as the pinks, they would have to have 5 pinks in row 8, which is not allowed because there's only 4 of each low digit, which is 1 through 4, and 4 of each high digit, which is 6 through 9. So the yellows must be essentially orange. And the greens are the pinks. So similarly here, we have in column 3, there's 2 pinks and then a 5. We already have 4 pinks now in column 3, so these must be orange and this must be orange. We have 4 oranges in We have 4 oranges in column 2, 4 pinks in column 8. Let's mark the pinks actually as yellow. We're going to mark the 5s potentially as pinks. I just like coloring those as pinks. So this is either pink or orange. Again, in column 8, we already have 4 yellows, so the rest are orange or pink. In column 9, so this is yellow or pink in column 2. Okay. The rest of these are yellow or pink. And we have in column 1 and column 9 a yellow or orange in pink, but we don't know which one's which. Okay. So for this quad circle, either this is a 4 and this is a 4, or this is a 4 and that's a 4. Well, if this is... Okay, this can't be a 4 because it's next to 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. And 4 can never be next to 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. It can only be next to 1 digit on a German whisper line. 1 unique digit on a German whisper line. And that would be 9. So this can't be 4, which means where is the 4 in column 7? Well, we know there's 2 4s here. Since this can't be 4, we need a 4 here. So this is a 4, which is not a 5. So it can't be pink. That means 4 is an orange, which means all the oranges are low and all the yellows are highs. This can no longer be a 4 because of the 4 in the same row, so this must be a 4 here, which means all these darks are essentially even, and all the medium dark grays are odd. So 6 cannot be here. This is still a high, but again, it cannot be 6 because it'd be next to 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. And 6, similarly to 4, can only be next to 1 unique digit on a German whisper line, and that's 1. So this can't be 6. This can't be 6 because this is an odd digit. So 6 must be one of these 2 digits. We're not sure which. But the darks, it could be here. Yeah. This is a low. This is a low and it's even. So the only low that's even besides 4, which we already have in that column, is a 2. So this is 2. This is odd and a high, so it has to be 7 or 9. Let's see. These digits are 1, 2, 3, or 4. This is blue or an 5. This is high or 5 because we have 4 lows in that box and 4 highs in this box. We have 4 high digits in this box, which means one of them must be a 6. So one of the lows must be a 1. So we cannot have a 1 here. Also, the 6 cannot be next to 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. We also have a 4 somewhere in this box, and 4 cannot be here. 4 cannot be here because it's next to 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. Therefore, the 4 in this box has to be this digit. So this is a 4, and it must be next to 9 and 9. Because again, it's next to one unique digit, but that unique digit is here twice. This low is next to 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. This low is next to 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. And this low is next to 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. So none of those can be 4. Where is the 4 in this box here? It has to be here. So similarly, I'm guessing this is a 6 too, right? This is next to 2 unique digits, this is next to 2 unique digits, and this is next to 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. So none of them can be 6, but this must be 6 then. This digit cannot be next to if it's a 6, it cannot be next to 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. This can't be 6, this can't be 6. The 6 has to be one of these 2 digits. Yeah. So 6 has to be one of these 2. We're not sure which, but since either of these 2, for the same reasoning, these 2 are next to 2 unique digits on a German whisper line, so 6 cannot be there. So 6 has to be one of these 2 digits. Since 6 is one of those 2, the only digit this can be is a 1, right? Because it's next to, either way, the 6 has to be one of these 2 digits, right? And 6 can only be next to 1 on a German whisper line. So this is a 7 or 8. This is a 2 or 3. 6 also has to be one of these 3 digits on the German whisper, since all the digits that are high on the German whisper line are next to 2 unique digits. We already have the 4 here. This is 2, this is 4, this is 6 or 8. This is 6 or 8. This can't be 4. So this is 2, 3, and 5 here. This is 5, 6, 7, or 8. This red is next to 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. Same as this, and same as this. Therefore, those all must be 7, 8, and 9. The remaining digits must be 5 and 6 then, because there's no other place for 6. Similarly, then here, this must be 1, 2, and 3, which forces this to be 4, 5, 4, 5. This can't be 2, though. This can't be 4 because of this 4, so this must be a 5, which means it's not a blue. This can't be pink then, which means this, where is the pink cell in this box? It has to be here. So this is pink at a 5, and this must be 6 then. This can't be a 5, so this must be 4, and not a pink. These cells cannot be pink here, because we already have a pink here. This is a pink high pair, and it's 5 and 6. This is 1, 2, or 3 here. This can't be 1 because of this 1, so this must be a 3, which means these can't be 3 here. This can't be a 9 here because of this 9. This can't be 9 either because of this 9. We have a 7, 8, 7, 8 pair in this box, which eliminates 7 and 8 in the box. So this must be a 9. This is an odd digit, but it cannot be 1, 5, or 9. So this is 3 or 7 here. We know in this quad we need a 1 surrounding it. Well, the only place for it now is here. So this is a 1, which forces this to be a 6 because there's no other place for the 6 in this quad circle. So that's a 6. This is not pink, and these are not 6 anymore. This can't be 2 or 3 as a low or 4, so it must be a 1. So this is a 1. The remaining digits in the column are 2 and 3. The remaining digits in the box are 2 and 3. A 1 can't be here either. So where is the 1 in this box? It has to be here. So this is 1. These are a 2, 3 pair here. This can't be 6. So since this can't be 6, this has to be a 6 here, which forces that to be a 1, because 6 can only be next to 1s on a German whisper line. This is 7 or 8. Actually, it could be 6 too, because this is a 1 here. So this is 1. This cannot be 5. So it's 4, 6, 7, or 8 here. This can't be a 1 because of this 1, so this must be a 2, which makes that a 1. These can't be 2 here. We have a 3, 5, 3, 5 pair in this box, which eliminates 3 and 5 in the rest of the box. Therefore, this can't be 3. This must be a 2. This can't be 1 or 2. It must be 3. This then has to be 2 or 4, and this is 2 or 4 here. The digits next to here. So one of these is a 5. 5 cannot be here. 5 cannot be here. This is an even digit, so 5 has to be in this digit. So this is a 5. The remaining digits are 7, 8, and 9. This is an even digit, so it must be an 8. And these are 7 and 9. So this must be 8 then, because of the remaining digit in that box. 7 and 9 both work here. This cannot be an 8. Where is the 2 in this row? Row 4. Cannot be in the odd digits. Can't be any of these. So it must be here. So this is a 2. This can't be 8 because of this 8. So this must be a 6. We have a remaining digit. This can't be a 6 because of this 6. So that's an 8. Where is the 4 in the remaining in this central box? It can't be any of the odd digits, and these are filled out here. So this must be a 4. This is an even digit, but it cannot be 2 because of the 2, 3 pair in the row. Can't be 4, can't be 6. This has to be 8. So that's 8. 6, where is the 6 in row 9? Can't be this. This has to be 8 or 9 because it's next to 2 and 3. Well, the only place left now is here. So this is a 6. This can't be 6 or 8 or 4 in this column. So this must be a 2, which makes this a 4, which makes that a 2. That makes this a 3, which makes that a 2. This can no longer be 8. So this has to be 6 or 7 here. Or 5. And this is also 5, 6, or 7. The remaining odd digits here are 3, 5, 3, 7, and 9. But this can't be 9 here. We have a 3, 7, 3, 7 pair now in column 4, which eliminates 3 and 7 in the rest of the column. Therefore, this can't be 7. This can't be 7, which makes that a 9. That makes this 8, which makes that 7. This 7 can only be next to 2 out of 2 and 3. So this is 2, which makes that 3, which makes that 8. This cannot be 8. We have a 5, 7, 5, 7 pair now in this box, which eliminates 5 and 7 in that box. So this must be 8, which makes that 3, which makes that a 2. 8 can no longer be here. We have a 4, 6, 7 triplet in this box, which eliminates 4, 6, and 7 in the rest of the box. Therefore, this can't be 4, 6, or 7. This must be a 5, which makes this a 6, which makes that a 7. So this is the pink, which means this can't be pink. These can't be 7 anymore. What's the last digit in this box? It must be an 8. So this is an 8. What are the remaining digits here in column 4? They have to be 4 and 5 because the 3, 7 pair eliminates 3 and 7 when we have 1, 2, 6, 8, and 9 here. So 5 is greater than 4, therefore this must be 5, which makes that a 4. This can no longer be 5, so it's a 6, which makes that a 5. This 6 means this can't be 6, so it's a 4, which makes that a 6. This is not pink. This is pink. These digits are both high, and we already have a 6 and an 8, therefore these must be a 7-9 pair. We have a 7-9-7-9 pair in column 8, which eliminates 7 and 9 in the rest of the column. That leaves this as an 8. And the remaining digits here are 7 and 9 also. Okay. The remaining digits in row 8 are 1 and 5, but this can't be 5 because of that 5, so this must be 1, which makes that a 5. This must be 3 or 7, which is fine. The remaining digits in column 6 are 3, 7, and 9. Well, this can never be 3, because 3 is never greater than 7 or 9. So this must be 7 or 9, and this can't be 3, so this has to be 7 or 9 too, but 9 is never less than another digit, another normal Sudoku digit. So this is 7, this must be 9, which makes that a 3. This 3 means this can't be 3, so it's 7, 3, 7. This can't be 3 or 7, so this is 9. That leaves 1 and 3 remaining here. This can't be 1, though, because of that 1, so this is 3, which makes that a 1. This 7 makes this a 9, which makes that 7. This 3 makes this a 5, which makes that 3. This 5 makes that a 7, which makes that a 5. And we still have these left over. This cannot be 7 because it's next to a 3 on a German whisper line. So this is 9, which makes that 7, which makes this 9, and therefore this is a 7. And that's how you do that. Pretty interesting how it worked out, actually. Yeah, we used essentially the German whisper, essentially geometry, to determine where certain things could be, right? And it helped out with the quad circles of starting to figure out what digits were where. Pretty cool, actually. Pretty cool. Anyways, if I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles, where we will just call to say Sudoku. Take care.